Well, happy Tuesday. Thank you for joining me once again this week for a live segment. And this time it's all about an employer spotlight. If you recall from yesterday's monthly weekly update, I shared with you I was bringing you an amazing resource that is veteran-owned, military spouse-owned, and military vetted and supporting our community. So it's neighbors helping neighbors. So I have Adam Evans, who is here as well, not just him, he's representing InstantHandz, and he's here to talk to us about our partnership, our employer spotlight, but also most importantly, how we're kicking off this amazing way to collaborate and support military families out in our community when it comes to performing certain duties and helping everybody out in the community get a little bit of side gig, going on with your community, but most importantly, also expand your networking. And I'm going to tell you how in a little bit. Just thought about that right now. But let me bring Adam and ask him to introduce himself.
Hi, Laura.
And then tell me
so much. Yes.
a little bit about what are we doing here and what is InstantHandz?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Laura, thank you so much for having me. I'm thrilled that this is our kickoff to an official partnership as we move forward as one of the official employers for Blue Star families. It's been a long time in the making as far as our networking and working out the bugs and figuring out exactly how we could best partner. But I am thrilled to be here today, and I love that you're part of my network. So thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. And thank you for hanging in there as we navigated this, our employer spotlights, as well as our COVID and restructuring of different things that we were doing on our end. But I'm so glad that you are going to be, moving forward. You are a great employer, a partner who is supporting our military spouse community, supporting our veteran community, and also providing services throughout our community. So it's a win-win for everyone. So without that, let me ask you, put you on the spot. What is InstantHandz? Tell me.
Absolutely. Well, I'm thrilled because like we said, before, everything happens for a reason when it's supposed to happen. So our partnership it couldn't happen at a better time. We noticed in the last year that there are a lot of families that were just struggling with financial security. They were struggling with spending a lot more time at home and needed help with small projects around the house. And we also noticed, I'm a military spouse myself, and my father's retired Air Force. We also noticed that there was a large population of military families, especially spouses, who are underemployed, whether it's due to just the nature of being a military spouse and you got to be ready to go at a moment's notice, to not being able to find that employment opportunity wherever you were stationed. So InstantHandz is, bringing it back on home. InstantHandz is a fantastic opportunity that we've been working on for a few years now, and we're at a point that we are just booming. It's an execute, yes, scale and grow really at this point. InstantHandz is a tech application, so it's an app on your phone, and what it does is connect neighbors with neighbors. So it solves all of those problems I just mentioned. If you're looking for that help, if you're looking for a little bit of a couple hands to help you with a project, whether it be a pool, walking your dog, a drywall, an oil change, you name it, just little help around the home, you can jump on the app, take a look, and find help that you can trust, help that's affordable. And why we know it's affordable and help you can trust? Well, all of the providers on the InstantHandz app are going to be military families. They're active duty families, they're Guard and Reserve members, they're veterans, and their immediate families, their dependents that are signed up on InstantHandz as a provider to do those tasks for people in their own neighborhoods. So it's been a fantastic launch out of Arizona, and we've grown to Nevada right now. Las Vegas is booming. Can I tell you, it just really taken off. People love this opportunity, and we're looking at California next. Staring your way, Laura.
Absolutely. And that's why, when you shared your concept and how you worked and your impact at these local communities where you have already grown and made a significant, just print with the economy, as well as the flexibility, because that's really key right now. A lot of spouses or employers sometimes, well, what are you looking for? Right now, we're looking for flexibility. only because in certain communities, childcare is a big thing, or virtual homeschooling is also another sort of a roadblock for some of us who are working from home or want to work. So this is perfect because it fits in with our current lifestyle, the military lifestyle. Plus, like I mentioned earlier during that introduction, it helps you also navigate and reach out to your local community of community members that are already vetted, they're military affiliated, and expand your network. So in the future, if you did wanted to expand to something a little more, I don't know, more solid or more office format or other type of employment, you have already built in those networks, members within your community. You know each other. You know you've done some side work. You're making some money, so that usually makes people feel really good when you have a little bit of side money. I know I always looked for a little bit of side money when I was working part time out and on, and that's really what drove me to kind of stay active in my local community. But being also in the installation, it's a huge plus. It's a mental safety guard for me, knowing that I can trust my neighbors, that I can trust my community, the next housing area, perhaps, or provider, or you name it. That was just a huge, safety add-on for me to be able to believe in what you're doing in your product.
Absolutely. And like I think we've mentioned before in one of the other webinars is that we wanted to include safety and reliability as one of the primary factors. So even though everyone's affiliated with the armed forces in one way or another, we still complete a background check on everyone just to make sure it's someone I would trust to take care of a task for my mom, someone that I could hire from Arizona to go into my mom's house. And that would be someone that I rely on and trust to do a good job, but also do a job that I can afford.
So how does the process or the application work?
So the application itself is free to download on the Google or Apple Store, and anyone can download the app, take a look around, just kind of take a look at some of the providers and their portfolios and see some of the work that they've completed and some of the rates that they typically use. Now, every single task is going to be a little different. You can start a communication chain as a customer and see when the provider is available, the kinds of work that they do, if they'd be interested in that particular project. So you can get a couple quotes even within the application itself. Now, on the flip side of it, if you're affiliated with the armed forces and you're interested in being a provider on the InstantHandz app, we actually have a link designed just for the Blue Star family. And I don't know if you've got that link, you can share right there, it is. And what will happen is if you complete that form, one of our staff members who also speaks the military language, our whole staff is either a veteran or a military spouse or someone, like we have several Wounded Warrior Project veterans, family members of military. So we speak the language. We will start out, on an equal playing field when it comes to the communication piece. But we will walk you through the app and any questions you might have to make sure that you can go from just being interested to being on the app and listed as one of our providers in your local area, where you'll have the opportunity, customers will reach out to you, and you don't, there's no obligation. You mentioned flexibility, Laura. This is like flexibility at its best. You never have to accept a job. You set all of your own rates. You set your own schedule. If you want to do one job or 100 jobs in the app, that's up to you. So there's no pressure. It's a great chance for you to just kind of take a look at, who we are, what we've been doing. And then that impact is so important. I mean, it's a chance to really connect to your community in a way that you might typically not have. A lot of military members, I used to live on base. I just moved off base. And I didn't have a lot of reasons to connect to my local Arizona community. Whereas when I was doing tasks as a provider, I met my neighbors. I was helping them out, and it was a great meet and greet opportunity. They got to meet somebody from the base, and I got to meet my local community. So it's really just an exercise in community building and networking as well, because you never know where that next conversation might lead.
That's right. And then you never know who that next point of contact or that person that maybe sometimes in the near future could turn that pay it forward favor for you and point you into an additional resource, help you navigate a different type of system. And again, it's all within the internal process of an installation, or even people that you trust. That's most importantly for me. That always was the biggest thing that kept me on base for over 8-9 years, here in the San Diego area, was trusting my community and being in the internal part of it.
Yeah, military is a family. You know, it's a family that you learn and you love and you grow and you face the challenges together. And I think the side hustle's always been around. So what we've done is we've worked very closely with military leadership, you know, on the local duty stations and also on a national level, as you know, far up as the DoD and the Pentagon, to say we have this opportunity and we want to develop these business skills, because really that's what this is. InstantHandz is a chance to be in business by yourself, but never alone, you know. So as you learn how to price your skill set, as you learn how to market and create a profile that shows off your best work, you have somebody that's right there to support you and give you some feedback, and then you start to, and you see what works, what doesn't, in a safe environment, so that you can continue to build your repertoire. Yes, if you go out and find that next chapter in your life, whether it's a full-time position or just anything else that fits your family's needs in that moment, you have all of these InstantHandz experiences that you can speak to. And, you know, give me a time when all of a sudden becomes an InstantHandz memory that you refer back to and can share with that potential employer. So it's been fantastic working with leadership to not only create this community, but also to develop the skill sets for military families.
Absolutely. And I want to put right here, highlight right there. It's the link where you can join. Not only will you be supporting, again, I'm very proud to coordinate here and with in future activities as well, because this is veteran owned, military spouse owned, community owned, military involvement owned. I mean, I don't know how many military lingo can I tie that in, and that just makes me absolutely very proud to be able to share this this resource for you guys, this employer, but also you're helping us, you're helping boost their families, you're helping boost their families, the military spouse community, the psychic, and our spouse first community grow and expand with resources. So click on that link, go there, explore it, download the app, and then, you know, like I mentioned earlier, play around with it, see what you have and what they have and what you have to offer, as well as maybe what they have to offer other providers. And you never know what your next assignment might be, or the next friend or neighbor or a good contact will, you know, who might not be as well.
Absolutely. I'll mention really quickly that we are all over. You said, what's next? We are all over Arizona. So if you're currently stationed at or near a duty station in Arizona, if you're a veteran or military family member in Arizona, reach out to us, use that link and connect to us. We have many, many customers waiting providers at this point. The communities have loved this idea. They love meeting everyone who's got the military affiliation and just learning from them. We see groups of providers work together to do some of the larger jobs. And then we've just launched in Las Vegas. So if you're also in the Nevada area, please feel free to use that link. Everywhere else, San Diego is next on our list because I've got so many fantastic people that I know and love in that space. But if you're stationed anywhere else, please still feel free to fill out that link. And what we're doing is we're collecting those names, and I will be able to, or our staff will be able to follow up with you personally, get you queued up in the system. And as soon as we launch in your area, you'll be the first ones to be available in that space. So no matter where you PCS, no matter where you're located, we want to make sure this is an opportunity you can take with you so that you don't lose that financial security just because you PCS. That's not something, you know, we ever want to happen to any of our military spouses or their families. So absolutely. I'm really excited to learn and grow and be a part of Blue Star Careers, Spouse Force. We're going to share our hints and tips, I know, in the next few months and other groups. But above all else, I'm a resource for you. So if there's anything I can do to support you into the military communities of Blue Star families, let us know. We're thrilled to be a part of that. And thank you so much, Laura. I really appreciate you having me today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for enlightening us with this amazing resource, but most importantly to working with us and helping us grow as well with our community as we continue to make a great impact. And I want to add to the what's next is, like you mentioned, we're definitely looking to explore. We have some great activities coming up in a couple of months for the Military Spouse Appreciation Month, as well as all these other great activities that we have for Welcome Week and all kinds of numerous activities where InstantHandz is going to be involved with us, as well as we going to be involved with them through their different areas and tasks that as they continue to grow in their communities as well. So San Diego, watch out. Yes. They're here. They're just a little bit silent. But then Nevada, they're taking over. They already completely took over the entire Phoenix area.
Yeah.
So more to come. And then we're just very, very proud to be part of it and part of this opportunity to collaborate and coordinate services for our military community, military spouse community, and our veteran community side by side with InstantHandz. So thank you so much, Adam, for your support and
Yes.
for joining our employers in our resources and for working with us.
Our staff is so incredible. I can't wait to show them off over the next few months as they share their experiences and everything that they've done to be successful in the military world. So really looking forward to it. Stay tuned. Here we come. You heard it here first, right?
That's right. You heard it here first. So now make sure that you go connect
out,
and
world.
support. That's right. Watch out, because we're coming with InstantHandz and SpouseForce, forcing
That's
you
right.
to spouse.
Oh, of course. Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We're looking
you,
forward
Laura.
to future activities and community collaboration. So until then, stay tuned.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, Laura. Have a great rest of your Tuesday.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.